Hello everyone and welcome to the map Oceanborn. Today we will be taking a look at a couple of viewer submitted matches of StarCraft 2. Joining me here in the upper left corner, the blue Terran, already a bit paranoid, perhaps, a bit anxious about this match. It is Azula. Gas first. And the reason they are very likely anxious or nervous about this match, the Protoss player, the bottom right corner, red probes belonging to Edward. Thank you for the very easily pronounceable, understandable names, both of you. Truth be told, a gas steal and a quick save on the side of the Protoss. Very nice. Gotta pull one more? Oh, no. Okay. Why? Like... Okay. I have to take it back. Azula here. This Terran, this SCV, they're not paranoid. They're not anxious. An eBay... Now that's committed. Okay. I was thinking, no, actually, I have to take it back. They're not paranoid. They're not anxious. They're Terran. Let's go with. Okay. They're more interested in trying to mess up whatever the Protoss is doing than focus on their own thing. This barracks, definitely not in the right spot to get any semblance of add-on. Nope. But this engineering bay. Indigos. Refinery will be cancelled thanks to the effort of a couple of probes. Core on the way. Nexus. I can't even be mad at this. Like, the choice to slap it down at the third. I'm on board. I play Zerg sometimes. I know I have to deal with this too. Usually it's your fault though, as the Protoss. But Terrans, giving the Protoss a little bit of their own medicine here. Okay. I'm on board with it. Double gas finished up now. The core's completed as well. I'm intrigued to see what the builds are going to look like as the choices unfold. We have the starport, a good old 111 armory. And tech lab, huh? Oh god, is it a Thor? Are you doing a Thor play? Armory tech lab, huh? And a bunker. What? What have you seen that has said, I need a bunker now? Widow mine. What? Are you doing a drilling claws play? Why the tech lab? Gotta wait for the armory to see. On the other side, the Protoss has decided to make one of the most offensive forward robo facilities I've seen in a couple of months at least. Let's see how long it takes for this to get destroyed or trashed. Still one gate. You might want to fix that, my friend. Add on at least a second one. 2-gate robo. It's about as low as I can comfortably let somebody go. It is drilling claws. Okay then. It's gonna be a drilling claws widow mine drop. With no command center follow-up, of course. Despite having the money for it. Make a command center, please. Somebody do it. A Liberator, okay, that's a different version, I suppose. Hallucinated Phoenix going out. Terran. They're taking some effort though to artfully avoid any detection. They're going only with 2 mines, too. I mean, the timing, trying to wait for the drilling claws, but also not waste too much time afterwards. Phoenix will spot the factory with the tech lab, researching, and that should probably be the biggest red flag. The biggest warning is saying, what are you doing with this? I might even chat them, might even ask them, say, hey, what's in that tech lab? See if they tell you. This engineering base still has not really been dealt with despite the presence of quite a few army units. We gotta watch this. Oh, it's go time, alright. Dropping them out. Edward? Well, that worked out very well. Single Marine and Liberator combo here. Also going to get a little bit of damage done. The probes. Oh my god, the Liberator racking up the kills. 5, 6. Oh dear. The Widow Mine, one of them burrows. There's still one in the main base too. Their kill counts, we've got 3, we've got 4, 7, plus 9 on the Liberator. Good grief. The Widow Mines do get to fire again. Where's the Observer? We have no Observer. There's no detection. That's not even... There we go. Alright. Dealt with the Marine at least. The Liberator got picked off too. Liberator got... You lost 25 probes? Holy cow. Dude. Get the probes out. Oh god. Oh, that one at least was only 2. Oh, okay. Observer's out now. Widow Mines will be cleaned up. Total of 8 kills on this one. 29 probes. Oof. The saving grace here. You're all thinking, wow, we're looking at a dead Protoss. I will say, not necessarily, because the Terran has only just now gotten their second command center. Look at the worker count. 22 to 22. Or 23 now. The Protoss is ahead. After losing 29 probes. Okay. I will say, I don't know what this Protoss is going to do, is capable of, but one thing they have shown so far, they can make workers. And make workers they are. And sometimes that's enough. Okay, they can crawl themselves back up out of this hole, especially if the Terran leaves them alone. That's going to be the important part too to this. Tech labs galore, huh? You know reactors exist, right? No? No? No reactors? Okay. Well, no reactors means I get to ×2 this for a little bit. Oh no. No, not the fusion core. Azula. Why? Oh boy. Alright, we're definitely ×2 this one a little bit. We already know why this one was sent in. For probicide. Okay, the genocide of the worker lines of 2024 was the reason I got this one. Terrans. Oh, Marine drop here. Slightly. Just a slight drop. Only 3 Marines, of course. The other 2, they're doing groundwork, okay? Field recon. Alright, buddy system. Also, thank you for the buddy system. Nobody ever should go alone when up against Protoss, right? Archons will angrily stare at the medevac that they can probably see. How tall are Archons? They got, I mean, looking just based on the Zealot, we know the Zealot's like, what, 8, 9 feet tall? The Archon's gotta be close to 20. Alright. No issues there. There's still no natural. Still haven't taken that third base, which means the Marines can just waltz in here, double stem, and slaughter more probes. Oh my gosh. The probes. Don't mess with probes, okay? They are all too quick to pull out their knives, their lightning arcing shivs, and deal with you personally. Oh yeah. Although the medevac support is going to be a bit of a problem for this one. Instead, just sending all the forces across the other side of the map. Siege tanks dealing a bit of damage to each other. The battle cruiser is going to show up, save the day. Observer and Prism both flying a bit close to the missile turret. A bit close to the missile turret. Prism's going to be destroyed, which means the reinforcements are not going to be able to help out too much. One thing this Terran's pretty good at is clogging up this main base entrance, it would seem. Slapping down some more barracks for the walls. The double battlecruiser, I think, is going to be good enough to hold it. That all-army key, though. Pulling those Marines back on home, despite there being no threat, no defense in the main base. They could still be owning this place. Okay. Very well. They get here into the third base. The Zealots will easily dispatch them. I think they lost their medevac support. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that medevac died. Which is less than ideal for said Marines, of course. I love viewer games. I say it, I know, semi-frequently, but also not frequently enough. I love viewer games. You guys, the creativity, always impressing me. The decision making, like, keep on enjoying StarCraft, okay? The battlecruisers are slowly flying across the other side of the map. Siege tanks take a shot at an Archon, which makes the Archon go, what was that? It's a piece of paper somebody threw at me? Come on. Be nice. Yamato's only about halfway done, but it would appear the battlecruisers are quickly running out of patience and will strike at the newly placed natural third base of the Protoss. And yeah, it's going to have to be canceled because these guys, not like Bob the Rage lot from Carbot series, not going to be able to actually jump up and hit the battlecruiser. They're just going to stare angrily. Well, the recall was initiated, which is going to prompt another recall, this time on the side of the Terran. And things settling? No? I mean, the Protoss, at this point, you have to look at your opponent and you say, okay, I haven't even seen a second base in a couple of minutes here. He's got 2 battle cruisers. I'm okay, right? You've got to be thinking, I'm fine, I'm just going to expand, make sure he's not expanding out of control, and call it good. No, instead, we're going to run up to the barracks wall that is defended by both siege tanks and liberators. You're good, go home. You don't need to be here. Go take another base. Take 2, take 3 bases for all I care. Just, and make some void rays. There you are, making some void rays. Rare is the time I advise making void rays, okay, in a serious match. But up against battle cruisers, this is one of those moments, actually. Void rays are pretty nice up against battle cruisers. It's like, just even make a bunch of blink stalkers if you want. They're not that bad. You don't have any, you don't have blink, but you do have charge. Smart. Intelligent. I like it. You know your limitations. Thank you. DT being warped in somewhere. Forces occupying the middle of the map here, which is going to put them woefully out of position for these battle cruisers. Couple of void rays. Not enough, I think, to contest both. Yeah, especially with Yamato. Oh god, and they don't even focus fire. The pullback on the army was pretty quick there. Not too bad, I will say. Things are getting home, but not going to be quick enough to stop more probes from dying, huh? 66 probes? Oh, you do get one of the battle cruisers, though. Okay, though, that makes a lot of it worthwhile. I'm sorry, 66 probes have fallen? Knocking you down to 34? Y'all do the math. Okay, I said it. This Protoss, they can do one thing. And that one thing is make workers. Which means they're going to be fine. In the long run, they're okay. What is this? What is this? Gold? Plat? Maybe? This feels a little gold. But the Terran is playing this very plat, I will say. Either way, my point stands. The Protoss, they're doing fine. Okay, they're doing okay. They're making a lot of workers. Little slow on the draw on some of these engagements, sure, but that's okay. When you focus, the solution is not to deal with the problem, is to make more workers. There's only so mad I can be. I don't need to clean up the Hellions if I just make a round of 24 drones right afterwards. Sure, why not? Not the perfect argument, sure, but okay. We'll still live. Speed it up a little bit again. DT. Yeah, that was bad timing. That turret just completed, and the Terran's gonna feel so vindicated here. Send a couple of Marines in to get... how many? 2. Get 2 more probes. 2 Marines for 2 probes. Can't argue with that math. Terran's gonna take their 3rd base, add on a lot of mules. I'm amazed. Have all of these decisions come together. No, not carriers. Okay. Don't do carriers. Tempest, good. Yes, Tempest, good. Fight battlecruiser. Carrier, no. No fight battlecruiser. No fight Thor. Carrier, okay. Carrier, good versus Marine, maybe. Siege tank, definitely. Thor battlecruiser, no. Carrier, bad. Carrier, good versus Zerg. But we shall see. They'll have 2. 5 Tempest. Air armor. Templar. Make them into Archons. There you go. I don't trust you with Storm yet. If you need splash damage, you make Colossi, you make Archons. I don't trust you with Storm just yet. On the Terran side, I mean, Hellions? What are we switching into mech? God, I see all the pros do this. Around the 15-minute mark, they're like, okay, it's time to hunker down, time to go into mech composition. Let's get some Thors out, make a bunch of siege tanks. We even got the Noah's Ark Viking. Oh, just one, I'm sorry. Not the Noah's Ark Viking. That's just sad. If you're the animal, you're like, okay, I'm going to get on the Ark, but it's actually just me because, you know, Timmy didn't make it. And I guess that makes me Timette, but whatever. That's besides the point. That's just sad. Okay. 4th base on the way for the Terran. Battlecruisers getting into position. I think the Observer did spot it, yeah. The quick warp. And now it's the time for the Hellions to strike. The good old 1-2. Blue Flame Hellions will absolutely roast these probes. Oh my gosh. That was pretty substantial. Pretty helpful. What do you think? Are we over 100? I don't think it was that many. I think we're over 80 though. 86. Oh my gosh. Get to 100. This is thumbnail material right here. This Protoss getting a little fed up though, I think, with all of these shenanigans. Gonna send everything across. These still blinkless stalkers walking into siege tank range. The Thors, well, anti-muta mode, gonna hit the Tempest a little bit, give them a bit of a tickle. The Archons angrily chasing the battlecruisers. We'll get the SCVs efficiently, very effective. Carriers stepping a little bit forward with their carrier legs, of course. Interceptor's not going to help out terribly well, though. What are our attack upgrades? We've got 1-1 for the air fleet, and for the Terran, actually 0-0. You've had battlecruisers this long, you haven't made any ship upgrades? I'm surprised and impressed. Protoss also a little bit impressive. Restraint just wiping the floor with that 4th base and then walking home or flying home, adding on more Stargates. It's just everybody's taking just little battles, little shots at each other here. The Marines, well, they'll discover that. What's the scan for? You didn't see what just annihilated you? Your 2 Marines? This was a scan of sass. This was a little sassy. Like, I know, I see you. You feel exposed now, Mr. Protoss. Yeah. Okay. You got him. Marines, like, what is the goal here? What's the win condition? I see the Protoss' win condition. They're making the army, and they're actually moving across. But this Terran, like, there's not even any probes up here. They're just gonna spread them out. Ooh, the Tempest, though. Easily deal with that. It would appear the Terran's win condition is involving more Thors. Happy Thor's Day, indeed. If they'd put them into cannon mode, they might actually stand a chance here. Might be okay. Couple Void Rays, Immortal being added on. They're both getting what they need. That's a lot of Tempest. 13 Tempest. You actually didn't make any more carriers. Way to go. Oh, the battlecruisers moving around. Without the help of the Thors. I mean, Thor battlecruiser. It's a rich man's army, I suppose. Battlecruisers will be spotted. One of them quickly vaporized. The amount of Tempest. And they're +3 Tempest, too, so they are packing a serious punch. We'll scare the Terran back into the defensive turtle shell mode here. And is it time? The Protoss is maxed out. And keeping the probe count, I'd say, low enough that the army is quite scary. 13 Tempests, 4 Immortals, Infortals. No, that one's a bit too off. A bit too weird. Hey, the Thor cannon mode was unlocked. We'll start to pick off the Void Rays, it looks like. The one thing they should have stayed in their muta mode for. So after the carriers now, Tempest quickly vaporizing all the battlecruisers. Good God, just one volley takes them out. Ah, good. Even the Thors. I don't think the Tempest should take this fight, though. Gotta pick up any Protoss. Pick them up. Well, actually, you know, if you're vaporizing them just one volley, I already drew 3 of them away from the rest of the pack. I don't know. That was close. The amount of damage from the Tempest. Like, I need to rethink Tempest in my composition. Mass Tempest, too. Actually doing pretty good. Okay. There's a couple Widow Mines. Couple Widow Mines on the way. I feel like that was probably a misclick. Widow Mines, they're not terrible against Tempest, sure. We've all seen some choice highlight clips, I'm sure, but maybe not at only 2. Oh no, we're making more. Okay, this was intentional. I'm intrigued to see, why are you expanding here? Protoss. Now you're just gonna make the Terran mad. Doing this on purpose. Well, the Tempests do respond. The base will survive for now. Okay then. Composition, not too sure at this point. I'm not even sure the Terran's really sure of what they want to do, because it's been a bit of a hodgepodge since that battle. Really, I mean, Thors, Vikings, even just Marines. But you need a lot of them. The Thor's gonna start to shell. Cannon mode engaged. Marines here to support. Is this the entire army, though? It is. Well, it's the army that matters, at least. Well, that is where it goes. The scan. I must scan after every engagement. That was not good. That's going to seal the deal, I think, for the Terran. Just not able to destroy enough of the Protoss' army. My word. Just start laying Widow Mines around. Make it so he has to hurt himself to actually win the game. Oh, that's... Yeah. Not looking good. Stimming those Marines a bit heavily. Widow Mine takes out the Marines with it. Tectonic Destabilizers completes, giving those Tempests their fancy orange attack up against the buildings, which will mean it's probably going to one-shot buildings too. 12 Tempest. Adding on more probes. Madman. You got idle probes somewhere? Not really. I mean, one gas, I suppose, but actually you're keeping your workers pretty much in check. You're better than me with the worker management, I will say. I'm terrible about the worker management sometimes. I will look at a base and see 18 idle pros and go, ah, damn it. Well, good on you. Terran, I'm gonna say the tenacity. Okay, but we're definitely in need of some more strategic decision making here. We've got Thors, we've got Vikings, the Marines. There's no medevac support, which means this stim is going to hurt more than it'll help. Taking out the interceptors at least. There's only one carrier. Oh, the Protoss. I think they'll be okay. The Tempest count still at 10. Tempest. 2 more carriers show up to help out, and that is going to be all they wrote. The Protoss will take the match, take the game. Bit of a battle of tenacity. I'll say a bit of a stamina war there. Terran got a bunch of damage over the course of the match. Oh, speaking of which, 94 probes. What was I saying? Terran got a bit of damage done over the course of the match, but at the end of it, the Protoss, with still 65 probes alive and active on the map, is going to be just fine. There you have it, folks. Keep making workers. Good job. You have got your worker management on point, Sir Edward. Onwards now to the next map of the day. For the second match of the day, we find ourselves still on the map Oceanborn, but a new set of contenders here. The Protoss, the blue probes in the upper left. It is Skiemk. And their opponent, the red Zerg, the red mechanical simulant drones here. It is Undermined. I like it. Clearly, the long-lost cousin from second, twice removed sibling of the Overmind, yes. They were roommates in college, but of course it all went downhill from there. Won't even fight the probe. This Protoss is looking for blood, though. No, will not find it. Will not have their battle. Not this day. Well, this feels a little familiar, but different flavors, of course. See, Protoss, you do it too. Okay. About time you got a little bit of your own medicine. And attack the spawning pool, really. Come on, man. I know it's their job. Okay, the probes, at this point, they're supposed to be a nuisance. They're supposed to cause some havoc, some chaos, but still, little rude. All right. Nexus B4 core, I agree with the choice. You've seen nothing that would indicate danger, nothing out of the norm for this Zerg build, so totally fine. Keep on going. Play it economically. See what the choices are going to be, though. Guys, we must remember this is a viewer match. It could go any direction, in truth. There's OV pathing. I mean, Oceanborn's a little more difficult because, you know, there's no pillar here, even really over here. This one, yes, it does work, but it's so close. It's no fun. Couple queens, adept. Nothing too crazy yet. I've got my eye out, though. Intrigued to see. When does the creativity show itself? Stargate opener for the Protoss. Dreadfully normal. Absolutely. Nothing odd there. Second gate, good timing. I like it. Okay. Zerg. Just a lot of drones. PVZ. In a nutshell. No third hatch, though. Where's the third? Oh. Good job. Well done. Yeah. Plat. Maybe low diamond, even. I could agree with them. They both know what they're supposed to be doing. Like, nothing has really gone terribly wrong here. Roach layers a little early, but also, I can't blame you for the thought you're fighting Protoss. Protoss is scary. There's an oracle. Where'd the one oracle go? Well... they're still at the base, going together, buddy system. As always, we will follow them. Make their way over to the other side. The Roach Warren completes. The lair's about to finish up. Is it an immediate glial reconstitution? Get that Roach speed. Be going for the 3 base, the Roach Flood play. I always like that. Roach Ravager. Throw down a Bane Nest too, even. Oh yeah. Protoss side, they're going to focus on this, get a little bit of damage. There's no spores. That was what we forgot. Spore crawlers, so far, invisible to our caster eye. Oh my gosh, and the drones, they just sit here in a pile. What? Where are the queens? We don't have the creep connected because the 3rd base was a bit slower. We see now the problems. 10 kills, 2 kills, 12 drones. Well, actually, I think it's 11. Yeah, they killed a queen too, which is not going to be good. Better slap down those spores before they come back, before they get it in their minds that hey, they're okay, they're uncontested. Queen count dreadfully low at 3 too. Starting to slip a little bit. Things are happening. Having to micro, having to control. I can empathize. It's awful. So much to manage. On the other side, we've got Blink. We've got +1. Did you cut yourself off at 3? Yeah. Oh, the 3rd one's still at home. Making sure the defense is fine. Defense is going to be totally fine, though. This Zerg does not appear to actually like Zerglings. Did they even get Ling speed? No. They didn't even get Ling speed. Chad move. Respectable. I need no Ling speed. Few more kills on those oracles. We'll be able to secure a 4th base. Yeah, now we're getting the spores. This is way too late for the spores to be of much value at this point. You've got a Hydra Den too. We did get Roach speed. Not much else though. Just the money. Look at this bank. It's just accruing. What are you saving it for the next match? Come on, spend your money. We're focusing on the injects, which, you know, good job, helpful, sure. Queue up those Hydra upgrades. We're getting the 1-1 as well. 11 Hydras. Here we go. Supply block ourselves. I like it. I can't even be mad because at least you made stuff. It's like the first army unit that's hit the production tab. 7 minutes. This Protoss has nearly completed their mission of reclaiming Ire by the time you get a Hydra out. Templar Archives on the way. Will it be Storm? Will it be Archons? Wow, that's even. Good job, both of you. The Hydras move out. They will spot these Blink Stalkers. I don't believe the Hydra upgrades have actually finished, though, which is going to make the defense a little bit tricky. Groove Spine's about to finish up, so they'll get their plus range at least. It's helpful. Muscular Augment starting up. 10 more Hydras on the way. Why Hydras? We got Roach speed. You can make Roaches too. Are you out of larva? Oh yeah, you out of larva. Nice. Hydra man. Okay. A lot of Hydras. I'm intrigued to see where it goes. Hydras here, actually, I'll say not terrible. Because Hydras, of course, at their core, good God, I need a drink. Hydras at their core are really good against gateway units. Take a drink, guys. Hydration alert. Okay. So, the Great Lurker Larva, as we all know it to be called in PvZ. They're usually, I mean, we call them quite decorative until they're lurkers. Lurker larva. It makes sense. You're all familiar with it, I know. But at the same time, they're also pretty helpful, pretty useful against pure gateway tech. Hydra's vulnerability is splash damage, which the only real splash damage from the gateway is Storm, which this Protoss does not have. So I will say, things might actually go pretty well. Charge about to be completed right after the Zealots die. These couple will be able to speed along, I suppose. There it goes. Charging into that mineral line. Get a couple drones, and then get distracted by the queen. Okay. But it opens the way for the main army on the left side here. They focused on the hatchery. Really? That's a lot of hydras. That's a lot of hydras, actually. I would get out of there. The Archon quickly disapparates, yes. Stalkers will be able to blink away. They'll be fine. Stasis, not as damaging as it could have been, actually. And quickly picking off the Prism's going to help out and take care of this fight for the Zerg. These 1-1 Hydras. That's 39 Hydras. Okay, suddenly 114 army supply for the Zerg, adding on 15 more. Alright, wake up. Time to do some damage. 2-2, about halfway done. Could send them across. Could wait for the 15, but I can also understand wanting to go now. It's an understandable choice. Still no storm. These Templar warping in. They're going to have to be turned into Archons, which is going to have to take a second, of course. Hydras, semi-vulnerable to the Zealots. Oh, more vulnerable to us over-microing ourselves here. They should have the fight against the Stalkers, even with a bit of blink micro. What are you doing? You're going after the buildings. Oh, God. Well, they'll get the Archons at least, but now I don't think it's enough. Yeah, especially not with the Zealots actually connecting. Good blink control from the Protoss, I will say. The Protoss able to blink around here. The Hydras did more damage than I thought they would, actually. Thought that fight was going to go even worse for the Zerg. Well, Hydra Man foiled, outdone by the fact that they have 2-2 completing right now. Yes, after the fight is done, our 2-2 is completed, and we've thrown away nearly 50 Hydralisks. How many? 57 Hydras. You could have had 57 2-2 Hydras show up on your opponent's front door who has no effective splash damage. I don't bake too much, guys, but that sounds like a wonderful cake for the Zerg. Alright. I certainly like the sound of that dessert. Now, though, we will see. How can they handle the defense? The Protoss feeling good, feeling a bit itchy for a fight, perhaps, after taking a little bit of damage. Sending a few Zealots, splitting off, doing a couple of run-bys here. We'll pull the Hydras around a little bit. I don't know, it's still a lot of Hydras. Oh, reinforcements from the left side. They should be able to handle this one. Well, Archons are gone. Stalkers versus Hydras. Mediocrity at its core. I love it. Up against each other, though. They're okay. It's when anything else comes into the fight. We've got some reinforcing roaches streaming, really from every angle, which is going to be a bit helpful, I'll say. Stalkers, they could do a bit of blinking. Charged Zealots will connect onto the forces, which is going to be plenty of Protoss to deal with this. Where's the larva? We've got 20 larvae. More roaches. Come on. Nada? Nothing? We're panicking. Do we move to the undermined action cam? The undermined action cam. Okay, 21 Hydras hit the production tab. It's going to be quite a few seconds before they actually get to the... Oh, this is the Protoss. Oh, God. I had the Protoss's action cam. My bad there. Yeah, this is a bit of a panic. We're kind of just rotating key bindings at this point and telling the drones to hug the hatchery. What? Oh, we want spines. Okay. 21 Hydras birthed forth from the eggs. Hatchery's crumbling, though. This Protoss looking to be in a relatively strong, secure position. Oh, no. What? No. No. Really? What are you going to do with this? You have 16 Hydras. You couldn't make it work with 3 times this before. Oh. The Zealots will spot. Oh, no, not the drones. What are the drones doing out here? What the... You... No. You no I no longer have any hope for you. You sentence the drones to death. I sentence you to the Indigos excommunication here, okay? Pylon will be picked off, and the last of the Hydralisks fall with it. Now with 36 Zealots on the way. No, not even going to get to that point. The Protoss is going to take the victory, take the win, handling the Zerg shenanigans handily, I will say. Keeping enough money in the bank, support their own army. Severe lack of splash damage, though. You are playing with Zerg-shaped fire here, Mr. Skimp, okay? Archons, they can be good, but making me nervous even, and I was picking on the Zerg for a lot of the match. Nonetheless, entertaining matches abound. Thank you both for the submissions. Today was certainly a win for the Protoss. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.